buenos dias, and welcome back to another episode of Wine and Wisdom. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How's everything?
Good.
Good. Trying to stay dry with all this.
I know. What is going on with this weather?
It's terrible. I'm ready for 95 degrees every single day now.
Terrible.
Yes, terrible. I'm ready for it. I feel like the beginning of this summer has just been all rain.
It's been crazy.
And torrential rains, not even like, misty rains, torrential rains.
Yeah, it's been sucky.
And I've had power outages here. So part of like my family room, there is no power. We had to like unplug the refrigerator to another extension. I mean, it's a little crazy, but this week, someone will come fix it.
Wow.
That's
crazy. Well, yesterday when it was raining, I thought it was like outside, and I lowered the TV, and I was like, no, it's raining inside the apartment. So I opened the door where the boiler is. Sure enough, how it was raining outside, it was raining inside that boiler room. So I called the landlord, and I was like, I don't know where it's coming from, if there's like a loose vent or something, but it's raining just as hard in there as it is out there.
Did he get there last night?
He did. He came and he checked it out. And so the water is seeping underneath the floors, and the floors are warping. So he has to redo all of my floors. He has to. It's be a project. And I feel bad for him because he's a first-time home buyer. This is like his first investment. So the people that flipped this, they cut a lot of corners, and now he's getting the brunt of it.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
You're a good tenant. Unfortunately, those things suck.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's putting in that work.
Yeah, he works hard, and then on top of that, to have to do this, it's like, oh great, Gloria's joining in. Okay. Yeah, so on top of that, it's like it's a lot. So but yeah, it's crazy. This weather has been insane. Wow. The transportation,
like one thing after the next. Like there's what's going on. Our world,
the world is talking to us. Mother Nature is talking to us, and God is talking to us.
Well, my mom says all the time, lo dice en la Biblia.
Yeah, it's true.
Lo dice en la Biblia.
Hola. It's true. It says it in the Biblia.
Guys, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's very true. I mean, look.
For Gloria.
Yes, she made it home finally. Yay.
This is soda. Oh. I'm sorry that the lighting is bad in my room.
It's fine. You look like sexy 1930s.
Terrible. It's so dull in here.
It's fine. No worries. So what time did you leave work?
Dude, it's like 6:10.
And
wow.
I'm not exaggerating. It was 2 hours and a half to get here.
Wow.
I literally had to drive from Cross County Mall area all the way home local. So you couldn't get on anything. The hutch was shut because of floodings. Then the reason I kept going was because it told me to go to exit 8. You couldn't get out exit 8 because everybody was trying to get out exit 8 to go through Mount Vernon. So I had to keep going to go, like if I was going to Cross County Mall, to then see if I could get on the Bronx River. And you couldn't get in the Bronx River. It was all shut down because everybody and their mother was in the Bronx River. So I had to come all the way local, all the fucking way local. Then a whole bunch of streetlights have no power. So there's accidents everywhere. It's a shit show.
Wow.
A nightmare.
Glad you're home safe.
Yes, that's the most important thing. I know it took you a long time, but we're happy that you got home safe. So cheers that you got home safe.
I'm happy I'm home too, man.
Oh, thanks for making it in, girl.
Listen, I know. Thank you for joining.
Why are you drinking soda? I will be drinking wine to settle my nerves.
I have a headache.
You want a Corona? I have una frita. I have una frita en la nevera si la quiere.
Mira, yo no quiero Corona para nada, not even una bebida.
I guess the stress from the driving.
Yeah.
Yep. And then one of the sales guys, one of the big time managers, he called me because he was stuck, because he lives in Queens. He's like, where are you, girl? And I was like, oh my God, you don't even want to go. Forget about it. You're not going to be able to get on anything. So he's the one who told me, don't even try getting out exit 8. Keep going. Go the long way and go around. But he got back on, but he was stuck forever. So I was like, fuck that. I'm going to go local. I'm not going to get stuck. I know my way around local.
Right.
That was a nightmare too. It's just all a nightmare.
Wow.
I was just like glad I had gas in my car and that I didn't have to pee or poo because I used to say,
Imagínate.
Are we gonna do this recording again?
Normally we're recording right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
We're being real. It's what happened.
It's what's happened. It's July 8th. It's the day of the torrential storms. You know, the hurricane is coming in New York. It's gonna be late, but we're frustrated. She got home
And Angie's living her best life on a freaking yacht.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Angie.
Yes,
Happy birthday. Woo.
Yes, we're gonna celebrate with her when she comes back.
And I got good news, but when we stop recording.
Okay, no problem. So again, we're happy that you got home safe and that you were able to join us. So we are talking today about investing time. So do we think that women invest more time into their families, their careers, their friendships more than men? What do you guys think?
I think that's a really tricky question because it really depends on the woman.
Yes.
Depends on the man. I mean, I know women who are very career oriented.
Yes.
Even with having a family, they are their goal is to reach the tippity top, and they're not letting the family get in the way from that vision. And then I know men who work hard as hell to get to where they want to be. I feel like it just depends on what your goal is and how far you want to go with it. You know what I mean? Some careers just require you to really put in a lot of it. So it requires you, like if you are married, it requires you to have a partner that's going to be able to understand that and kind of like balance that off for you.
Yeah.
You know.
I also feel like sometimes, let's say someone gives a lot in their career, but not so much in friendships. Like it depends on what they feel is important, and I know, like, for example, myself, I'm a teacher, and that requires a lot of my time. People don't think all the planning. I feel like things are constantly changing. So I invest a lot of time, but then when I'm home, like I'm home, you know what I mean? Like I give myself from this time, but then once the kids are sleeping, I will continue working until a certain time. And then I have to balance my time with my husband sometimes, because it can't be work all the time.
Yeah.
But, and then of course you invest in your friendships because those are things that are important to me and family,
I think is a individual, unique scenario, right? Everybody is different. Everybody is motivated or I don't know what the proper word is, invested in what they feel is priority or more important or more valuable to them, right? Like you both just said, Jesse and Claudia. Some people are more business or career driven. Some people are more family driven, and some people are more friend driven or relationship driven.
Yeah.
Meaning friends and acquaintances or coworkers or whatever the case may be. So I think is a scenario individual, right? Each individual person scenario. I don't know that women are more than men or that men are more than women, because again, I think is a different thing, right? Just like there's more men more invested in a relationship, there's more women invested in a relationship.
Right.
Just like there's more women more invested in their career or their business or their path of life than men, and vice versa. And with the friendships as well, there's some guys that never stop putting their friends or their hangout crew or whatever as a priority, or their job as a priority, where they forget about their family, where they don't pay attention to the little things that count, right? They
Mhm.
think the people that are, because I don't want to say just men or just women, but the people that are more business oriented or more career oriented, that becomes their everything, right? I got to make money. I got to make it big. I got to make it to the next level. I got to make it, to the next step. If they work for a company, like I want to be the next, VP, or I want to be, and they forget about their family, right? And then there's the people that are just invested in their friends. And it's just like, forget about their family. It's not important. They're always going to be there, but I got to hang out with my friends. Or I got to give time to my friends. And then there's the people that are more invested in their relationship, where they will not go and hang out just to be with their significant other. So it's a tricky question, like you said, Jesse, because
Yeah,
I don't think there really is
an answer for that.
who does it less. I
Right.
think it's just a preference of people.
I
Right.
do feel that we feel guilty more so. I feel.
Guilty about.
Let's say leaving your kids or like doing certain things. I feel just, and this is just me and my
Right.
with my husband. Like I feel bad more so for going out or doing something that I will change my plans. My husband, not so much. He's like, I'm out. And I'm like, and I have to be more like that. Like,
Right.
no.
Well, I think that also comes in a wave, right?
Mhm.
So me being a single mom for 20 years, my focus and my priority was my kids as a single mom when they were smaller. Now that they're older and grown, that changed, right?
Right.
I don't feel guilty anymore. I
Right.
don't feel like I can't do this, I can't do that because of my kids.
Right.
Yes,
Because
I will put some stuff off, like simple.
Right.
This weekend that just passed, the holiday weekend, I put off my original plans because my kids didn't have other plans, and I wanted to be able to share the weekend with them.
Right.
So,
Right.
again,
Right.
I get what
think
you're saying because your kids are still small.
Yeah. In those circumstances, it
Right.
is understandable. But when you start seeing your children growing and doing their own stuff,
Right.
that's when you be like, well, I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
do
I
my
can do
own
my
stuff
thing
too.
now.
See you. Bye. I got my plans too. But I also
true.
wanted to say something about some people, the world has changed so much, right?
Yes.
Back in the day, not many women were career driven or career, they were more like the stay-at-home moms.
home.
And, so, if you talk to an older person, maybe their answer will be different than what our answer is, because
Right.
our answer is about, we got out there, we did our education, we got out there, we want to be out there, we are independent, so all of that, it's a factor. Also, I feel like when people are waiting longer to have families, so
Yes.
their development and their dedication into their career has already been there. So when the family comes into play, it's a little bit difficult to let go of that. You still got that goal, so I guess I feel like it's just a different situation for everything and everybody.
Right.
Sometimes going back to what you're saying, just sometimes when a woman reaches that level, then they're like, now I can have kids. And then they enjoy, and then they kind of chill a little bit more. Because I've had friends like that too.
Right.
And then here, I'm good. I'm going to dedicate now time to my kids or to that partner.
Right. I mean, I've known people women who have been career driven,
right,
and focused on this, and COVID has made them understand that, damn, I have missed out a lot in with my family, and it has made them step back a little bit, have those conversations with their husbands, so again, it just depends.
I agree with everything you guys are saying, but I think I look at it in a different perspective. And in my opinion, I feel, not all of the time, but I feel that sometimes we as women do invest more time with our kids and our careers and our families, because I think we have to cover more bases if that makes sense, right? Like the cooking and the cleaning and the taking care of the kids. And sometimes that falls more on our plate than like the husband's plate or the man's plate. So I feel in that aspect, we do have to invest more time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like we're spread thin.
Yes.
Right.
We're
I
spread
feel
thin,
like we're spread thin, but
which
like
takes more
Claudia
time.
does, you know, like what Claudia does. She comes home and she
Mhm.
makes sure that she spends her time with her children and she makes sure everybody's okay. But once they're in bed, she's out in her office or in her work
Yeah.
area trying to finish it all off, you know. So I guess
Yeah.
I feel like what you're saying is that us women are spread thin if we don't,
Yes.
especially if we don't have the support of another person.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, when you're doing it on your own,
Right.
like myself, like
Mhm.
Gloria, like,
Or
you know,
even if you have a partner, sometimes your partner's
yeah, sometimes
you
you
know,
are alone
right.
because they're
Sometimes
career
even if you
driven
have a
just as
partner,
much.
yeah.
See, but so the reason why I guess I'm against this is because, or not against it, but that I have a different opinion is
Mhm.
because I do know a lot of couples, family, like immediate family, that the husband and the wife both work, and the husband is the one who cooks
Yeah, I know
or
those
takes the
too.
Yeah.
daughters to school or to practice or to dance.
Mhm.
Like he's the one that's more involved
Right,
because the wife is the one
Is
outside
the
working
worker.
her ass off.
right. I think
24/7.
in those kind of households, Gloria,
So that's why for me, that's why what I originally said. I don't know that it's a this or the other more than the other. It just depends on your own unique situation or life.
Yeah,
or,
definitely. Definitely. I mean, I
think
agree
it
with you guys
also-
completely.
I think it also depends on who's making the more money, right?
That's
Like
true too.
you, when you're in
who's
a
more
situation
out,
of
who's
family,
more out and who's
Yeah.
more home. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And then again, and then I also know a lot of men that they are single dads and they're
Mhm.
doing it all, you
Right.
know, because sometimes we tend to toot our horn a lot, but there is men out there. There's not
oh
a
yeah,
whole
Oh
bunch of
yeah.
them,
there
but
is.
Yeah.
there is a lot of men that are doing it
Yeah.
too.
There's
You
men
know?
that are married to stay-at-home moms and they still do more
Right.
than the stay-at-home
Yeah.
mom.
Listen,
Like
I
they do
know
the
a
cooking
whole,
and the cleaning and the shopping and the kid, you know,
Yeah.
and the wife is a stay-at-home mom.
I
Right.
know a whole
Go to
man
the gym.
who I
Yeah.
know a whole man who works very, very hard and goes to school full time.
Yeah.
He's also a dad, you know, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
he's juggling all of that just like anyone else would.
Yeah.
I know in my case, I am the one who juggles more.
Right.
Because like my husband, he has his office, so he has to be there till 8:30. You know, no, he's out late.
Right.
Right.
For me, it is I am taking the kids here and there. I'm playing ping pong.
Mhm.
That's why the hardest part is the cooking. Because it's like when I'm tired. But you know, my husband's he's like, so order. Like don't take that away out of don't worry about he's like, don't worry about me. Because I know
Right.
I get home late and I know you're doing all of these things, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Or like when I need to prep, like especially for the baby, I'm like, you have to take the kids. I need to prep for his food or the you know like the kids' food for the week and myself because you try to also want to eat healthy, so you need that time to prep until Wednesday. That's how I do it. I'll prep.
Right. You guys work as a team. You guys
Yeah.
help each other out. You balance each
other out. Do you think it makes a difference if the person is more domesticated? Because some people aren't domesticated, right? So some people don't have that, I guess, I don't want to say responsibility, but they don't have like that burden, right? Because they're not domesticated people. So they don't worry about the cooking and the cleaning and all of that stuff because it's not a priority to them.
I think like I can't say like I grew up and my mom was the one who was in the kitchen. Like I saw that, right? So I have that in me. However, I work so hard and he works so hard. Like there just isn't time. Like
I know.
you just realize that you just need help in certain areas and it's okay.
Listen,
And
I know people who hire a whole freaking
Right.
That's what I was gonna say.
Right.
The world we live in today, right? It's not like when we grew up or when our parents grew up, where, like you were saying before, Francis, the mentality was the woman stays home and she cooks and she cleans and she takes care of the kids, and that's not the world anymore.
No.
So I feel that now couples or people have made it easier for themselves.
Mhm.
You're not a domestic person. You don't like to cook. You order out.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not somebody who likes to clean. You hire somebody to
Yeah.
come and clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You don't
it's
like
really-
doing laundry. You drop off the laundry.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't like
It's
doing
also a
groceries.
change
You get your
for you.
groceries delivered
That's
to
also
you.
has come with the change of the world, right?
Right.
Because when we were
Right.
growing up, we couldn't drop
There was
off our
none of that.
laundry,
Oh.
right?
Right.
The
Yeah.
only thing you could order out was pizza, and you had to go pick it
Yeah.
up.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
I
so
mean,
that's
we're living in
there's
a
so
total
much
different world.
available. There's so much available now. And
So
it's
many
not
things
that we don't
accessible.
like, it's not that we don't like to cook. It's not that we don't like to clean.
No.
It's not that we don't like, it's just we are pressed for time. We just,
Right.
there's not enough time in the day
yes.
sometimes to do it. That's it.
Look tonight, right? What happened to me tonight?
Mm-hmm.
I had meat down to cook today. I was gonna make carne guisada, arroz, and we were gonna cook. Guess what? That didn't happen. Llama a la pizza y coman pizza. Because
Exactly.
I'm stuck 2 hours and a half trying to get home.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're just
That-
tired.
That's the world we live in. That it's not like it was back in the days, right?
Right.
Where
Not as
you had to
predictable.
cook, you
Yeah.
had to clean, you had to do the laundry, you had to do the groceries. Now basically everything can come to us.
Yes.
Right.
So I think it's so much easier in that sense, right?
Yes.
And going back to the making ourselves, thin, me and Jessie being single moms, like I've been doing it for 20 years. I had to go to the 2 different games at the same time. I had to go to the 2 different schools at the same time. Yet work, yet cook, yet clean, yet do the laundry, yet, be up in the middle of the night if one of them was sick or crying or whatever the case may be, there was no backup.
Right.
Yeah. And
And
that's
still work a
actually,
full-time job. And
that's
still
gonna be
hustle on the
part.
side.
That's gonna
Just
be
to
part
survive
of
with 2
our,
kids on my own.
and that's gonna actually be part of our Pero Porque Why segment. Like, how does that investment and those responsibilities affect us emotionally and mentally, right? Because it's an investment, and not just in careers and relationship. It's a full body investment, emotional, mental,
Body, mind, and
financial.
soul, baby.
Yes, yes. So with that being said, we will be right back with our Pero Porque Why segment.
Welcome back, everyone. So here we are in our Pero Porque Why. So, do us women invest more mentally, physically, financially? What do you guys think?
I feel like, just thinking of me, I feel like at certain points, yes.
Yeah.
Like when you just have a baby and you're like in that maternity leave and all of that. Yes, my husband was there, but I'm breastfeeding, I'm coming up, and I just had another baby after 40. So I started all over again, and that's on me, and then he had to go to work. I had the other 2 kids. It was just exhausting mentally, physically, but that season passed. And
Right.
now my kids are helping me, right? So you find ways, okay, I know that's a season because he's an infant. Now it changed. Now Rodney's more hands-on, because he's eating more regular food. The kids can take him outside and play while I do other things. So that part changes. But at a certain point, I feel like we do invest a little bit more. And then when we also have to ask for help. I think sometimes as women, we don't.
Yeah.
Right. We
That's
try
true.
to be Wonder Woman and handle everything.
Oh, I tried. I was like, I'm done. This just sucks.
And another mistake we do as mothers, right? And this I know like from experience and from other friends' experience, that we feel if we leave the kids with the man or with the partner or with the other parent, they're not gonna be able to handle it or do it.
Right.
We need to learn to stop that shit.
Oh, I stopped
And
that.
it's like, it's okay. They will figure it out. Just like we figure it out. We don't have a manual.
Yeah.
They will figure it out. They're not gonna kill the kid. They're
And
not
we
gonna
have
starve
to
the
let
kid.
go.
They're not gonna let the kid cry to death.
Oh,
They're gonna
yeah.
take care of it.
And
We'll
I
figure
had
it
to
out.
let go of saying, do it my way. This is the way. No,
Right.
Okay,
We're
you do
control
whatever
freaks.
you want.
We're control freaks.
Like you do whatever you want. Bye.
Only we know how to do it. Only we can do it
True.
right.
It's true. And that happens with families too, because I was like that too.
Right.
With my mom and my sister, Like I felt like they weren't going to be able to handle anything if I
Right.
wasn't there, or, you know, she's not going to take care of her, be with her the same way that I am or whatever. Nobody's died thus far. So,
And you know what? That
you know.
happens with work too.
Mm-hmm.
That we feel like, oh my God, if I'm not there, how are they going to handle it? How are they going to do it? How is it going to work? Guess what?
They figure it
If
out.
they didn't need us or we got sick, they will replace us tomorrow.
Real quick, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to stop that, ladies. Like Jessica said earlier, COVID taught us all a lot. And that's definitely one of the things I learned. That we're here right now today. Tomorrow's not a sure thing for no one. And we need to stop acting like we're so now.
Invincible,
like everything
right.
has to happen now, work-wise, career-wise. You know, like stop. Let's just chill. Let's just
No.
relax.
Relax.
Let's enjoy
I think
what's
that's one of
really
the biggest
important.
mistakes.
Find
That's
that
one of the biggest
balance.
mistakes we make.
Inner peace. It's all about, you just, mental health is,
Yes.
that's it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting back and relaxing.
Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that we make, Gloria. I think you have a huge point there, that we're creatures of, we want success and we want things to happen right now.
Yes.
Right. So if I
Yes.
start a new job today, by next week, you know, making 40, next week I want to be making 70 already. Like, why am I not making more money? Why don't I have a promotion? Or why is, you know, I'm not being successful yet? Or why I started this project, but it hasn't blown up yet. And a lot of times
Right,
people don't want to put the work into it. Right.
Yes.
So you don't put the work into it, then you're not going to feel the reaps of your work. You're not going to feel the fruits of your labor, because
And
you didn't
nothing
put the
happens
work into
overnight.
it, and nothing happens overnight. Like I was telling you the other day, in order for you to have a baby, you got to wait 9 months. Right? You got to wait 9 months to push it out. Right?
To lose weight, we gotta work out
To lose
and
weight,
eat
you gotta
healthy.
work out.
We can gain the weight real fast, but we can't lose it real fast.
No, right? In order to get a job, you got to interview. It's a process. In order
You
to
gotta
get
learn
married,
the job.
in order to get married, you got to date.
what you gotta do.
In order to get married, you got to date, and you got to get into a relationship. You got to, you know, spend with that person.
Get to know one another.
Everything is a process in life, but people want instant gratification. And then I think that's where you get exhausted emotionally and mentally, because it's not happening at that speed of light that you want it.
Yes.
Well,
Or the way
definitely,
you want it.
I definitely feel like career-wise, you know, having that kind of mentality can get you an easy burnout.
Yes.
And even at home, like, you know, trying to do everything at home
Yes.
for your kids, you know, soccer, volleyball,
exhausting.
track, basketball. It's an easy burnout for the parents.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
So
you know,
cheers to all those parents though,
Yeah.
that have all that on their plate.
Salute.
Cheers to you.
Done it, been there.
It's
Very
definitely
guilty.
hard.
Male or female, cheers to you.
That's where asking for help is so important. Like
It is.
I
Yeah.
tell, you know, like my dance moms, I'm like, listen, you know, because we help each other, you know, that's
Right.
the name of the game, right? Like I need help here. Okay. When they need it, like you have to put your, you know, you have to be available.
Yeah.
And genuinely, you know what I mean? And
Takes a village.
it takes a village, and people will come through, you know, and
Yes.
that's God's way
Mhm.
of answering your prayer and like,
Agree.
Mhm.
go. It's intense,
Mhm.
you know?
It's true.
Mhm.
It's
And
true.
you
I
hit
mean,
something on the nose, Claudia. We gotta learn. And like we always say, it's not that this is talking about God or whatever, but we gotta learn to give things to the higher power.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, things that are out of our control, things that we cannot handle, that we cannot do.
Yeah.
We gotta learn that it's in His timing, not our timing.
Yeah, absolutely. And ask and you shall receive.
Yes.
I've
Mhm.
seen,
Yes.
oh my God, you came through. Like it gives me chills because it's just
Yeah.
happened the other day.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, He provides.
Yep.
When it's needed.
Faith is bigger than fear, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fear is just fake evidence appearing real. That's what it
Yes.
stands for.
Yeah.
You know, we create those scenarios in our head that haven't even happened yet.
100%.
It's true.
We're so guilty
We're
of
always
it.
10,000 steps ahead of the game.
That's very true. And I think that's where it becomes, you want to do so much and cover all your bases, that's where even financially it right, because you're not asking, or you're trying to do everything yourself, and let's say you don't have a car, so you don't ask for help, so you're taking Ubers here and there, right, to try to cover all the bases, and now it's taking a strain on you financially, and not only physically, financially.
Yes.
So I think sometimes we just ourselves, we put just too much on our plate.
100%. 100%. I have a dance mom who, like, she has 3 kids. I love her. And I would see her, she would take the train. I mean, not the train, the bus. And she would have her 3 kids and an infant and pushing this. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm going to take you home. Because we would get out sometimes at 7:30. So this was when I lived in Regal Park, and she lives not too far. I'm like, she's like, no. I was like, I'm going to take you home. And that's the I'm like, because I see you, you're so, like, for her girls, she's like, she's committed. I'm like, like, that's awesome. So if I can relieve that for you, like, and she's like, thank you. So I always like do that for her. I'm like, no, I'm going that way. I know, she doesn't have a car. I'm like, I'm gonna take you, and that's okay. So the other day I took her, and she like Venmo'd me, and I'm like, I just do it because, like, I love you. Like,
right.
I see the struggle, because we've all been there at some point. And she's like, I know, I wanted to show I appreciate you. And I'm like, I'm like, I'm gonna take it. It's fine, because I appreciate that. But just know I do it with, like, love.
Right.
Like, I'm here, and then with the hair, because I do hair, and then with the competitions, it gets crazy. I'm like, oh, don't worry. Like, because they get stressed. Moms get stressed. I'm like,
yeah,
relax. All I ask is, when I need something, like, we're just there for
right.
you know what I mean? Like, we'll just be there.
Right. You become each other's support system.
We have to.
And I'm pretty sure that she can't even express to you in words what those 20 minutes, right, that you're taking her home is saving her in the 2-hour commute, or whatever, how long it means to her. Right. Because now she's getting home earlier to do dinner or finish homework, or, setting up for the next day. So, God will repay that for you tenfold.
Oh, thank you.
It
takes a village. Like, we have to support each other, women,
like
sisterhood. You know what I mean? I think we don't do that enough in the world, I feel.
Well, I've been very blessed, I have to say. I have a whole little crew up in here, and I'm so thankful that one of them lives just right below me. We take care of each other's dogs, kids. Like, we need salt, awesome. She'll come upstairs, I'll go. Like, it's just it's a pretty amazing thing to have. And it's a true blessing for sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely. But speaking of, having villages and, you're doing hair and stuff like that, you're going to do hair for us today.
I am. There's
a little bun she has in her hair right now. Excited to see. So we'll be right back with Belleza con Claudia.
Hi everybody, this is Claudia from Wine and Wisdom 5, and today I am going to show you how to do this really quick and cool hairstyle that you could do in the summer for these hot summer months where you just want your hair out of the way. So if you want to learn how to do it, continue watching. I'm just going to turn so you can see. Find my product. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. So guys, what did you think about my little hairdo, my little brooch in the back for the summer? What you guys think?
I think that it was perfect. I like how you split it in the middle to pin it up. Sometimes I have a hard time doing an updo. I look like a hot mess,
Funny, I'm gonna do one like that with my daughter's curly hair because it works.
Do it. I would like to see it
with curly hair too, because you don't need It's a little easier, I think. So I'm gonna do that for you because
Yes, thank you.
I
Thank you.
absolutely loved it. And you know what I love the most? The accessory. That pin is beautiful.
thank you.
It is
Love
super
it, love it, love it.
I like the fact that you used it with a very simple outfit. Like that could
Yes.
even be cute with a wedding, but like with a veil.
Yeah,
But it looks cute with your little outfit. And I like the
perfect.
flyaway product that you
Um,
use because I have issues with that.
It's
Oh my God, yes, I need to get that.
So what
Yeah.
is that product again?
My
What is it
pelitos are
called?
always parao.
it's called Got to Be. It's like a yellow bottle. So
Okay.
like when I do clients' hairs, like you style it, but sometimes you see like little frizz.
Yeah.
You just spray it, take a comb or something, go like this, hold it, and it kind of gets rid of that.
Nice.
Perfect. Like in the back when you get those little frizz
Yeah.
down here, you just kind of spray it, put it up, it goes away.
All right.
Love
Got to
it.
be. Got to
Yes,
be.
I'm definitely
Absolutely love
investing
I
in
don't know
that.
if you thought it was. I thought it was easy, but to me it's easy. I don't know for like others because it's just a ponytail. My hair's in a
Yeah.
ponytail. And then you just take the rest of it and wrap it.
Love it.
Yeah. No, it's
Gotta try
definitely
it.
cute and simple. And I love the flyaway product because remember for the photo shoot, the photographer kept on having that issue
Yeah,
with
we
my
all
hair.
have we all have
Yeah.
flyaways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the flyaways and you can
I
see it in
think-
the
yeah.
pictures.
I know. I think with
So-
curly hair, you always
Yeah.
have the flyaways. It just doesn't go away.
Yeah,
You'll
Yeah.
see.
I
When it-
love it. I loved it. I loved it. So thank you for that. And we're excited to see what other more summer updos you're gonna, show us later on. So we will be right back with our final remarks.
Guys, this was a really fun and interesting topic today. It's crazy how you think one is more than the other, like initially, but then when you really think about it, it's like, wait a minute. Nah, not really. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think everybody puts in something, and it depends on how important things are to you,
Right.
Right.
person, and perspectives change as you get older,
Yeah.
as you get wiser, as kids, just events like COVID, this pandemic,
Mhm.
it changes things in people and
Mhm.
I believe everybody's invested at a different time,
right.
different way. Of course, some more than others, but again, because it depends what is that they are more entwined with, whether it's their career, whether it's their family, whether it's their friends.
The
But
challenge
everybody's
is
invested. Everybody is,
the challenge is knowing when to stop being invested. That could be a
Right.
different topic, but
Yeah.
depending,
I mean,
That's
do you
true.
really have to stop? That
that's
could be
it.
another segment for us.
Yeah.
Do you really need to stop? Maybe just,
Slow down.
I think priorities just change.
reprioritize,
I
you
think
know?
priorities just
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it definitely has to be a balance and appreciate each other's
Right.
investment, level of
Right, right.
investment. We're always gonna feel sometimes that we either put more in or they're gonna feel that they put more in, and because it just depends on what, like we said before, what our priorities are and what's more important to us. But I think it really comes down to just a balance, and
Yeah.
life has shifted in so many different ways now, with COVID, after COVID, with your careers. So, I think it was definitely a good segment, and it just brought a lot of things to perspective for me anyway, having the conversation
Definitely.
and hearing things
Right.
out loud, hearing
Yeah.
things out
Right.
loud, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's
I feel
different
that
for
happens
everybody.
a lot though. As we start talking about different topics, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't even think of that. Like,
Yeah, definitely. But cheers to this topic and, bringing us into a different light.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you
Absolutely.
so much, guys, for watching our show. Tune in next week where we will be discussing finding the best version of yourself. Does it stop, or do we always keep looking? Find out.
And when do you know we have created that best version of ourselves? Is it an emotional cleanse that we do? Is it a mental health cleanse? What is it? Is there something more to that? You got to tune in next Wednesday at 7 on YouTube. What we want is to be the best version of ourselves. How do we get to that?
And guys, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and now you can tune in and listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts at Wine and Wisdom 5.
Y oye, don't forget to take a minute to sip some wine and share a little wisdom. Ciao.
Cheers.
Bye.